チョンソンさん、来てくれてありがとうございます。元気ですか？はい、ありがとう。いいねボタンを押してくれて。Hello, Darla. Welcome. How are you doing? Savannah, hello. Thank you for coming. How are you? Natalia, hi. Just watching you. Thank you for watching me. It's great to have you here. Hey, Natalia. How is your day been? How's everybody's day been? Oh, 1 second. I need to bring something. Oh, here it is. Hey, hey, Savannah. Troy, welcome back. How are you doing, man? All right, let me see. So, I just opened a YouTube channel. So I want to give you the link. No, we're not gonna talk about politics. No. All right. Anyway, where was I? Yes, I just opened a YouTube channel, and it has a little bit of a long channel name. I don't know how to make it shorter, but let's see. What is the YouTube name? Yeah, so it's the YouTube name is It's Daniel Stream, like the name here. It's very simple. Um, where is it? Ah, all right. Into different color. Let me change color here. I think just a second. How do I change color? Like this, right? Ah, found it. Right. Noted. I will subscribe. Thank you, Darla. Okay, so it's Daniel Stream, which me too. Thank you so much. So it's my screen is a little small, so it's hard to fit all of the URL. So I will do it like that. YouTube.com. Hey Dan. Hey Gretchen. Welcome. Slash channel slash UCPL NG dot GE4 HL. Couldn't they make it a little bit longer? I think it's too short. CO. Ah, it's a big O. Okay, O J. Wow. Woo. X H N. You need to set the filter to search for YouTube channels. If it's for videos, you won't find it. Try to set it to YouTube channels, and by the name is connected. So like this. I hope you can manage to see. It's a little bit hard, right? This is it. You さん、来てくれてありがとうございます。元気ですか? So if you want, you can take a snapshot picture and then you will be able to type it. How about you what your YouTube channel? About English, Japanese, and everything in between. We're talking both about English language and culture, like in America and in the Western society and stuff like that. And we also talk about Japanese culture and stuff like that, and everything in between, and having a laugh and learning English together. And the streams will also be available there for a viewing after the stream ends. You can watch the stream offline later. So if you didn't have time to watch the stream, you can go there and you can rewatch it offline from YouTube, everywhere you feel like. Alrighty, so gonna start a game in a little bit. If you have any question, feel free to ask. 質問あればぜひ来てください。ちょっと、ちょっと後で英語のゲームクイズ始めます。興味あればぜひ参加してください。I'll do a quiz about English idioms later, which my viewers really enjoy, and we learn a lot of useful English idioms that are used in everyday English. Naokoさん、来てくれてありがとうございます。元気ですか？質問あればぜひ来てください。日本語も英語も大丈夫ですよ。I'm happy. ありがとう。嬉しい。ね、もちろん、もし次の配信始まるの前にはお知らせしたいなら、ここはプラスのボタンがある。このプラスはフォロー。だから電話でお知らせ来る。配信始まるの前。So yeah. So if anybody haven't followed yet and you want to get notified whenever a live stream is about to start, there is some place here, a plus button. Feel free to press it. It will notify in your phone. You will get a notification before it starts. U27 San asks, what do I do in my spare time? ビデオゲーム遊んで、Netflix の映画見る、友達とオンラインゲーム遊ぶ、YouTube 動画見る、などなど、いろんなことで、趣味は言語わかる、書くも、Nade MMD, you are spamming. If you will keep spamming, you will have to spam in another stream, not in mine. So take this into account, please. Okay, let's see. A78, welcome, thank you for coming. You 2070 me, thank you for answering. といたしまして、いろいろなことが興味がある。アニメや漫画も好き。Spam is bad. Right. STK おかえり。You're keep spamming? Last warning. Last warning. Don't say that I didn't told you. Right, where was I? そう、などなど。Okay, Nate. MMD asked too much time. And if she will ask it again, it will be her last time. But she asked me, could you tell the difference between she went to school and she has gone to school? Has gone is something called in English a perfect tense. A perfect tense is a tense that is like a connection between two tenses in English. Like in English you have present, past, and future. And all of the different type of them, like you have present simple and present progressive, which in some countries is also called present continuous, which is basically the same thing, just a different name. It depends on the country. I think in America they call it continuous, and in some other countries. And I think in Britain, if I'm not mistaken, it's called progressive. Now, you have another tenses that are more complicated. Those are called the perfect tenses. And what they mean is, you have like the past perfect, you have the yeah, and stuff like that. So for example, in your example, you gave two questions. You gave two examples of different tenses in English. The first tense that you wrote is she went to school. Went is an action that has been finished. It has been done in the past and ended in the past. It doesn't have any consequence on the present or the future. But then you gave another example. She has gone to school, which means that you are saying that she went to school, but the fact that she went to school in the past has some relationship with what you're talking about right now in the present. I'll give you an example, okay, to make it clearer. If you were to ask me, Daniel, do you like anime? And I were to answer you, I liked anime. Liked means that I used to like anime in the past, but now I don't like anime anymore. It's over. So this is a very weird sentence to say, right? This is not correct English. I don't think somebody liked, it's possible, but usually not, to like something and stop liking it. Now you have another situation when you want to say that you used to like and you still like something, but you're talking about the like connection between past and now. So you can say, oh, actually, I think the example is bad. Let me just a second. No, actually, in this case, this is not a good example. I'm sorry. The right way to say it is actually present simple. Is saying, I like anime, which means that at the present moment I still like anime. So in this case, it's not a good one. Let me try to think of a one that I can use for present perfect that does make sense. Just a second. Let me think. Once I'll finish with the question, I'll get to the other one. Don't worry. Let's say that if somebody asks me, Um, do you learn Japanese? Okay, do you learn Japanese? Daniel, do you learn Japanese? So if I say I learned Japanese 4 years ago, it means that right now I stopped learning Japanese. But this is not true. So in my case, I would say I have been learning Japanese for 4 years. Have been is a perfect tense. It means that I started 4 years ago, but I still am learning at the present moment Japanese. So the past is connected to the present. So basically it starts in the past. Actually, I've been learning Japanese before. No, it's not this year. Please do not um please do not like say something that I haven't said and say that I said it. Anyway, mm, oh, I see what you try to do. You try to construct a sentence to say that I have been learning Sen. Yeah, 2018. Oh, this is what you meant. Oh, yes. You can say it like that. Sorry, I didn't understand what you were writing. But yeah, in my case, I say 4 years ago because I'm not exactly sure if it was 2018. I'm not sure what year it was. I just know that it was. By the way, I would probably not say 4 years. I will say around 4 years. I have been learning for around 4 years, which means that it's not an accurate estimation of when I've learned because I don't like have a calendar and I put like a note. From this day on, I'm starting to learn. No, I don't remember the first day that I started to learn. It was around 4 years. It might have been more, it might have been less. Yeah. Let me see other comments. Um, let's see, just a second now. Where was I? U27. U27 song. Nice to meet you, everybody. Nice to meet you. U27. Relax time. What do you mean? I don't really like anime. Okay, for each their own. U27. What kind of sweets do you like? What kind of sweets do I like? I like ice cream. Um, what else do I like? Chocolate, especially white chocolate. White chocolate is my favorite. Although I do like dark chocolate as well. Um, let's see. I've been studying English for 10 years. Yes, that's a good way to say it. It means that you started to first learn 10 years ago, but you are still at the current moment and still in the process of learning. Sushi Master, Okairi! I learned English when when I'm 7 years old, but I'm still pretty bad at it. Yeah, learning a language takes time. It's okay. Um, the thing is that I hear many people say, um, and it's okay. Like I'm not like judging, but I hear a lot of people say when I ask them, when did you start to learn this or that? They say, I've started 10 years ago. I've started 15 years ago. But I think that they are confusing two things. Like, I don't know, maybe in my opinion, just personal opinion, they are confusing two different things. Because I think that when people say I've started to learn 10 or 15 years ago a language or something else, what they really mean is the first time that I tried to learn the language started 10 or 15 years ago. But during this time, I had moments that I didn't learn the language actively. So personally, the way I see, like when somebody asks me if I learn Japanese, is not when I first tried to learn Japanese. Because if I say that, I would be able to say I have started to learn Japanese 13 or 14 years ago. But this is not true. I just wrote a couple of hiragana and katakana and kanji, and then I left it and forgot about it. This is not learning. Learning is every week, every month, for a long period of time. This is my definition of learning. So when I say 4 years of learning Japanese, it's not the first time I encountered Japanese or thought about learning Japanese. The first time was when I was a little kid. When I really took learning seriously and made it a habit was 4 years ago. But I started or tried to learn Japanese way before the 4 years ago. So yeah, but this is just personal opinion. So why is it important? Because like Trog, you come and you say I've learned. You said I learned English when I'm 7 years old, but I'm still bad at it. You say you started at 7, but how many hours, how many days did you had relax like couple of months or half a year not learning and then returning? Because by this parameter, you can just say the first day that you ever heard an English word is the day that you start learning English. Um, Everything you want to learn, not only languages, it's, well, it's a little bit of a stupid example, but you know, it's like a flower. It needs water every day. If you don't let a flower to have water enough days, he will just die, right? So our brain also, we always need to feed it more of the language, more of practicing. You can't like, oh, I learned a month, then I'm not learning half a year, and then I'm returning. I've been learning all the year. But if many people explain it this way. So it's not wrong. This is just not the way that I define learning. Um, because by this metric, I've been learning Japanese for more than 14 years, which is not right. I've been learning barely 4 years, but years that I've been learning actively all the time and using it. Yos Martiner, thank you so much for coming. Hola. Big Panda, Okairi. Okay. Sushi-san, nice to meet you. I followed you. Thank you. Ah, Bob. Hello, Bob. Thank you so much for coming. Yes, my internet is good quality right now, but sometimes the server are better or less good, so it's not that easy. Sometimes the connection becomes better, sometimes less good, but some of the quality is not depending on me. But from my side, I do my best to have the fastest internet I can make. Actually, I changed my YouTube to English, everything in my phone in English and my computer too. That's great. That's great. Actually, I did it myself. I did it myself many years ago as well, like you. Nice to meet you, Bob. I followed you. Okay, Bob. Thank you so much for the heart. Mm-hmm. Um, Ivan. Hey, Ivan. Kagdila. Thank you for coming. Thanks for all the hearts. なんか他の質問あればぜひ来てください。日本語も英語も大丈夫ですよ。うん。Feel free to ask questions in Japanese and English, everything goes. For you guys, for example, right now when you're learning language, whichever language you're learning, what is some things that you find harder or easier about the language. えっと、what is that you're eating? I'm eating some cookies because I drank coffee, so I like to dip the cookies inside the coffee, and then like they become like very soft and they melt inside your mouth. It's so fun. Ah, thank you so much. I don't know Russian, but I used the translation to see that you asked that Ivan told me bon appetit. So thank you. Mm. Erin, ni hao. Thank you so much for coming. How are you? Hey, Erin. All right. So U27san asks, um, who is your favorite Japanese singer? Well, favorite, it's very hard because I love a lot of Japanese singers. Although I still haven't heard enough music. I want to listen to more Japanese music. It's very hard to find it um, because of the country. Some content is blocked in some countries. So it's a little bit harder to find them, especially when it comes to places like, how do you call this app for streaming music? Forgot the name. Anyway, very nice to meet you. I'm Kumiko. あ、じゃあ、U27、これからクミコっていう、クミコさんでいいんですか？じゃあ、クミコさん、一番の、好きがないかな。でも、本当にいろいろな好きの、アーティストがありますよ。例えば、すごく好きのは、ちょっと待って、名前は何でしたっけ？ちょっと待って。あ、ここがない。I need to ちょっと待って。ここが見えないよ。チャオ。Hey, チャオ。How do I switch? なになになになになになににななねなにLet's see. Pum 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 bottom. Alrighty. Let's see, let's see. I really like フレデリック。それは日本人のバンド。フレデリック。例えば、オドループ。オドループ。すごく好き。何回も聞いてた。フラデリック来たことがある？Okay. SDK writes, I was told that if you are a person who can't adapt to Japanese, you can't nothing elsewhere. What do you think? You can't. What do you mean by can't do nothing elsewhere? Do you mean by elsewhere like different countries that are not Japan? What do you mean by elsewhere? Trong Hughes said, what are you talking about? Marvelous. Thank you for coming. How's it going? Hi. Thank you so much for coming. Let's see other kinds of artists that I like as well. Yeah, of course you can call me Daniel. That's my name. Uh, who likes Marvel? You like Marvel? Where was I? Other music. I also like,ガリレオ・ガリレイ。ガリレオ・ガリレイ来たことがある。それも日本人のバンド。ガリレオ・ガリレイ、青いしおり。すごく好き。Danielle, your name is great. ありがとう。Thank you so much. Yeah. It's very easy to pronounce names. I'm very happy that I got it. I like my name. It's a nice name. Some people have a name that is so that it's very hard to pronounce if you go to a different country. But I think that it doesn't matter which country I want to live in, almost everybody heard the name Daniel. So it's not that hard to say nor pronounce. I've heard that string. I don't know. I don't have a clue, Trog. I don't have a clue. I am new here. Yeah. How about you? What about 何でしたっけ？久美子でしょ？久美子？えっと、えっと、うーん、um, your eyesight have perfect 2020. No, no, I don't have perfect 2020. I need glasses when I look far away. I don't I don't have a problem looking at close object, but if they are far far away, I need glasses in order to see them good, or I see them very like blurry. Me too. Nice. タカさん、いや、来てくれてありがとう。You're wearing glasses now. Yeah, that's nice. Glasses are very easy. Like it's very helpful for seeing stuff. I like, yeah. But like when I'm in a place that I like a very close object, like I don't need to look far away. I feel more comfortable removing the glasses and let my eyes like rest. Yeah, but when I go outside, sometimes I do put my glasses on. Daga-san, how are you? Genki? トゥルドゥトゥトゥトゥルトゥトゥ元気だよ。タカさんは、ダンス勉強してた？ダンス、なんかすごく上手見たの時は。うん、してた。おお。ダンスそんなに、深くて、わからないという、なんかもっと、という、もっと深いのことをダンスのタイプとか、そんな感じ。そんなに知らないんだから、ちょっと教えて、なんか、何のダンスのタイプ、なんか、勉強した？ほとんど、最初の漢字、教えてください。なんか、後では、勉強でしょ？勉強の漢字、学校みたい。あ、独学。おー、独学。独学。なるほどね。へー。俺とタカ似てる。俺もよく独学勉強の方が好き。例えば日本語も独学勉強してた。 へえ、なるほどね。俺も好き。そうそう。えっと、うーん。じゃあ今は勉強になった独学。これから使う独学。STK says, I was told that if I can't live in Japan, you can't live in other countries. What do you think? I think that it's exaggerated and it's out of proportion. I think that you can live in every country. And I don't believe, I mean, having a hard time living in Japan is one thing, but there is a difference between having a hard time and impossible to live. I do think that it's possible to live. And many people have a hard time in life, in all countries. Just because, I mean, there are many. I won't judge. I haven't lived in Japan, but I know that there are a lot of hard stuff in Japan when you want to live. But it's not only in Japan. There are people all over the world who are having hard time in different areas of life, and it's universal. Um, but it's not it's not like the end of the road. Like, you have a lot of amazing people. I like to call them angels. how do you say 天使でしょ? Which are like psychologists, psychiatrists, and it's very important to ask them for help. I think you can even get like help through government to get to those guys, and they would help you to um, get better. So they will help you like find ways so you can get life way easier to live for you, and help you with all of the things that make it very hard for you right now. You don't need to be ashamed of having hard time. And there are people out there who devoted their life to learn how to help people who are in hard situation like that. That's their job. They did it out of liking it. Ja, and also psychiatrists as well. Pills can also sometimes be very helpful. It depends on situation. So it's also important to both go to a psychiatrist and psychologist. They are amazing people. I really respect them a lot. So Kumiko writes, タカさん、はじめまして、クミコです。自分でダンスを学んだの素晴らしいかな、何が書いてた？respect でしょ？わかる、言葉わかる。尊敬似てるかな。ヒップホップありがとう、タカ。そう、ヒップホップとポップというジャンルを、勉強した。すごい。なるほどね。それはすごい。タカ、すごく、すごい。ノーさん。来てくれてありがとう。Thank you for coming, Nor. How are you doing? ありがとう、クミコさんだか言った。hello. ワナサミ。ワナサミ、thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Let's see. は素晴らしいですね、とのことです。はい。私はヒップホップとジャーズ、ダンスが好きです。そう、すごくかっこいいでしょ？うん。SDK, yes, I'm one of the such in Japan, as you said. Yeah, every country has their own like set of hard stuff, but there are a lot of people who manage it fine. So it means that you need to get tools from people who understand at those kind of problems, which are completely normal. A lot of people go through hard times like that with such a problem. You're not alone. So there are people who devoted their life to help and to find solution for this. I believe that you can live in every country, even of course Japan as well. And it's okay even if you want to live in another country. You can try to live in another country, but I just think, in my opinion, that even if you go to another country with a different culture, the hardship is the same hardship. It it would not disappear just by moving to another country. It will just have a little bit of a different form. But you can solve it. You can solve it with the help of people that support you. はい。じゃあ、もっと何についてお話ししようか。皆さん好きなアニメと映画は何ですか？教えてください。興味がある。なんか新しいのアニメ見てみたい。I wanna see some new anime and mangas. If you have any recommendation, feel free to provide some. Would be nice. You know what? Also, like, how about like favorite? Like, do you have like a favorite like movie? ハンターハンターが一番好き。そう、いや、ハンターハンター、いろいろなの友達はハンターハンター説明してた。ハンターハンターはリスト、I should add it to my list and watch it. 多分、Netflix あるかな。後で調べてみよう。ありがとう、ハンターハンター。おー。映画は、アナ、曇り穴曇りが好きです。古いなのになりますが、最高のはわからなくて、それはユキ。ごめんね。ユキが好き。アナユキ。なるほど。そういうこと。アナ雪は Frozen。それはピクチャーの映画魔法を使うの、なんか、女性は、すべてのことはアイスになる。そういうこと？その女性については話す？多分タイトルは日本では Frozen じゃない。日本では多分、アナ雪かな？アナ雪。So, I need to watch it. Some of like my family really love this movie. Let it go. Yeah. そう。じゃあ、アナ雪は Frozen 英語で言う。なるほどね。So, I know this song. I haven't watched the movie yet, but it's super, super famous. So, I've heard a lot about it. And yeah, some of my family also like this movie very much. So, they also talked about enjoying watching it. So, I remember the song. Yeah, it's super famous. Let it go. Let it go. Nani na 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 anymore. Let it go. Let it go. Right? Hey, Sajan, welcome. Thank you for coming to the stream. How are you doing? I'm good at let it go. Yes, sometimes it's important to know when to let go. This is a good trait. Yeah, good, bro. I'm happy that you're good. Sometimes it's okay to let it go. Let it go. Yeah, exactly. Oh, I didn't notice. It's time for me to eat. Okay, I need to eat. After I eat, I will probably keep streaming. So if you want to speak while I'm eating, it will feel free. Once I finish eating, then I have to go eat. Have a good bon appetit. Have a good time eating. Thank you for coming, Taka. B97. Hello. Thank you for coming. All right. So I'm gonna go heat up some food. ちょっとどういう B97 Hello AK Hello Welcome Thank you for coming ちょっと食べ物を温める多分I first think I succeeded pronouncing it correctly 温める See ya See you タカまたねタカさんありがとうメンサーHello じゃあちょっと食べ物を温めるで戻るの時はもう時間、ちょっと待って、すぐ戻る。So I'm gonna heat up some food and I'll be back in a bit. And after なんか食べる終わるの後、英語 EDM のゲーム遊びます。だから興味あればぜひ参加してください。それはすごく楽しいだと思います。So if you want, after I finish eating, we usually play a game of idioms in English and have fun together. It's like a quiz, so feel free to come to the game. So I'm gonna bring some food. ちょっと待って、すぐ戻るよ。すいません。ちょっと待って。I'll be back in a sec. Gonna heat up some food. はい。ごめんね、ごめんね。やってみよう。Let's see, let's see. What did I miss? I can see very interested. There's somebody, a person for helping me. I got it. You said that I can sail through my environment. Yes, exactly. That's what I mean, STK. Yes. Yes. By the way, I think a very good thing that might give you motivation is to search like there are a lot of famous people, very very big actors, musicians, and many other people who looks like their life is going on the best in the world, but sometimes they have like documentary movies or biography books, and then you can see how they are outside of screen, and you can see that they also have problems. Some of them also went through some depressions and mental problems as well, and they succeeded to go through that. So it can show you that even sometimes, like people that you do not know, they're also going through some hard stuff, and it's not the end of the road. Nice to meet you, Patrick and Kumiko. Uriel L. Hello. Balloons, arigato. Thank you so much, STK. うん。ちょっと待って。I've heard my, ミニファンになった。おめでとうございます。STK。ミニファンになって、ミニファンになった。ありがとうございます。いつもサポートしてありがとうございます。すごく嬉しいですよ。じゃあ、すぐ戻る。I think my food is ready. I'll be back in a sec. はい、お待たせしました。はい。 ゆかも戻った。走った。どうだった？へへへ。ハッピータイム。うんちあ、ハッピータイム。イェイ。ただいま。ゆかさん、こんばんは。イェイ。気づいた STK ミニファンになった。おめでとう。そう、今は、食べるよ。スープ食べるよ。痛い？そう。こう。すごく自然、すごく普通の食べ物、そんなに面白くないと思うけど、ただ、スープと人参と、米、この、どういう、思い出せない。それは大丈夫。うん。Ah, oh, you drove 7 kilometers. That's cool. When you jog, do you listen to music? What do you do when you jog? Do you jog outside or do you jog on like a walking like machine? Like that you have inside the home for running and stuff, like in the gym? Hmm. I see. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. ありたりたたん。食べるの後ではゲーム始めましょう。by the way, なんか、I was jogging in the park. That's cool. I gave on Discord a link to my channel. After I stream, I will upload the video. And also, there is another. I wrote it in here as well. でも、ちょっと長いリンク。だから、覚えやすいと思わない。ちょっと待って。はい。これ。And maybe also my writing style is hard to understand, but yeah. So the channel name is it's Daniel Stream, and this is the after you write YouTube, you do /channel, and after channel there's a very long set of letters that YouTube gave me. This is the channel, but maybe you will manage to get into the channel. 読めない。そう。すごく難しい。けど、それは、リンクもある、I'm gonna find a way to make it easier to get into the channel because this link is very long and hard to remember. ビデオ見られる？このチャンネルの中では、ストリームも登録する。ストリームの後では、たまには面白い、動画のアイディア、ストリームじゃないの動画アイディアあったら、自分で登録するカメラでアップロードする、なんか YouTube に。でも、日常のストリームも終わったの後では、もし、例えば、もっと戻りたい、勉強したいとかことあったら、YouTube で見れる You can watch it on YouTube. I mean. Oh, Sushi Master is back. Hello. ハイネイティブはこのフィーチャーがないだから YouTube 使う。YouTube, High natives still don't have a feature to be able to watch previous streams. If you miss it, the stream is gone. So I decided to record it myself so people can view it even if they don't have time, or if somebody viewed the stream but he wants to return to some part of the stream, he can rewatch it again. I think it's very useful. おっさん、こんばんは。ゆかっていた。皆さん、Hello。ところで、よくいろいろな日本人は英語勉強始まるの時は、すごく可愛い間違いいつも聞いてる。ちょっとバラバラになる。この言葉。よくたまには、英語では、日本人話すの時は、Are you alright? Are you fine? という。でも、もし日本語だったらそれは普通けど、英語では、意味はちょっと変わる。ちょっと変わる。というのは、なんか日本語もイントネーション変わったら意味は変わるでしょ。でも英語そんなにイントネーションがない。だからよくもっと難しい決める意味は何。でも例えば日本語では大丈夫でもう一つの他のHey Lane, welcome, how are you, thank you for coming もう一つの他の例えばそう普通は大丈夫だよでしょ。でも大丈夫って言ったらあなたは頭が大丈夫何かあったのってでしょ。ちょっとイントネーション変わるでしょ。そうたまには英語も Are you alright? っていうの時は意味は頭がなんかちょっと変な方が行動する。あなたは大丈夫何かあったのちょっと変ってこと意味。そう、It sounds like person saying, Are you alright? Your brain, something wrong with your brain? みたい聞いてる。だからよく英語では Are you alright? はすごくなんか悪いと変なことあったの時は英語では Are you alright? よく使う。だからでもいろいろな人このこと間違うと思う。だからもし日本語を翻訳してた大丈夫は普通。I think it's それも I've heard about a very cute situation with two famous YouTubers that the girl is American and the guy is Japanese. And the girl, she was feeling bad. She was feeling upset. So her boyfriend, who is Japanese, came to her. Because he saw her said, 大丈夫の何かあったのってすごく優しいに。でも英語を話してただから英語で Are you alright? って聞いてた意味は頭がおかしい何があったのっていう意味。だから彼女はどういうこと Am I alright? って言った。なんかちょっとコミュニケーションミス、言語翻訳の間違い。だから Are you alright? は or Are you alright? とWhat did you write? それも What's wrong with you? So the guy asked her What's wrong with you? で、What's wrong with you はよく喧嘩の間は What's wrong with you 英語で言う。喧嘩の間はあなたは大丈夫？なんか頭がおかしくなるよ。おかしくなっちゃった？なんでそんな悪いこと言って？だから英語ではWhat's wrong with you っていう。だからよくその言葉使わない。もし普通の場合は大丈夫ですか？その優しいの、その優しいのニュアンスがない。なんか日本語の優しいのニュアンス。あんまり英語ではない。その場合は。それは言語の違い。それはすごく可愛いと思う。こう間違いするの時。だから気にしないで、いろいろな人、同じ同じこと間違うよ。Halloween, welcome back. How are you? B48, にはお How are you? 違うI think it was What's wrong? Yes, Sushi Master. それ。キダルさん来てくれてありがとうございます。元気で、Animal, yeah, let's see. よく、ちょっと、悪口みたい使う。それは悪口じゃないけど、ちょっと悪口みたい。という、それは大丈夫じゃない。それはちょっとなんか多分、なんか日本語ではちょっと説明難しい。多分なんか、大丈夫じゃない。大丈夫？それは優しいけど、大丈夫か？お前、大丈夫か？って、そういう、ニュアンス来る英語で。ちょっとチンピラっぽく。チンピラじゃないけど、ちょっと、説明、it's hard to explain. だから、大丈夫。気にしないで。お前大丈夫？お前大丈夫か？って。こういうこと。そういうこと。And then asks, what am I eating? Right now I'm eating soup. Very, very plain soup. With some carrot. And some rice that I put inside. Because I didn't have any noodles. So I used rice instead. And, yeah, and this. Very delish. I like soup so much. おいしい。What broth are you using? To tell the truth, I don't know. Because I'm not so good at cooking yet. I barely know how to cook. So actually my mom made this soup. If I'm not mistaken, I think it uses some kind of chicken flavoring inside of it for soups. I think, I'm not sure, is it called MSG maybe in English? I'm not sure. 思い込み怖いな。いや、あんまりわかるよ、その間違い。あまり怖くないよ。ただ、このポイントを考えた、それは大切な、なんかいろいろな人は、この同じ間違いが見てる。でもそれは日本人だけじゃない。よく、例えば、すごく、よく、外国人は、例えば、外国人も問題が、その似てるの問題がある。例えば、日本語勉強中。例えば日本語、外国人は日本語勉強の時は、このニュアンスの違う、そんなに聞かないなんか、耳でというのは、かわいい、怖い、よくバラバラになる、日本語、勉強始める時は。だから、あなたはすごく怖い、今日は、って、何言ってんだよ、怖いって。怖いじゃないよ、かわいいって。 それは怖いじゃないよ。それはかわいい。そう、だから、日本人だけその問題、みんなこの問題がある。言語勉強するの時。韓国人も、うん。HHHF, hello. にhao. Thank you so much for coming. How are you? Alright, I'll look it up. Look up? Look up what? Oh, you mean like the soup? Oh, you asked, sorry. You asked me a question. Let me see. I was in the middle of answering another question. MSG. I'm not sure, but I've heard that this is how it's called. MSG is a kind of like flavoring that you put inside of a soup that give it like a taste of like chicken soup. Ivan, welcome back. ゆか笑ってた。よかった。それは正しい。それは本当によく聞いてる外国人は。可愛いと怖いはすごく人気の間違い、言葉ミス。ヒコ、Hello ヒコ、にhao. Thank you so much for coming. How are you? Alright, I will look it up. Okay. Nice profile pic. What profile pic? そう、それは何のアニメから？南、モナム、マナミ、モナム、モナム、モナムは、そうなんだ。モナム。そうなんだ。フランス語。英語じゃない。モナムはフランス語だけ？ It's a flavor enhancer. Yes, exactly. Mm-hmm. And wait a minute. No, I don't. Not necessarily. You're right. It depends. It can be many tastes. By the way, Lynn, how about Spanish? While you are learning Spanish, Yuka-san, okaeri. When you learn Spanish, do you sometimes have like words that are funny when you translate them from one language to Spanish or from Spanish to another language that you encounter while learning? I ate too fast. はい、大丈夫。ありがとう。ちょっと I need to remember to breathe while I'm eating. ごめんね。Learning English is the best thing in your life. That's cool. English opens so many doors. Yeah, it happens, right? Oh, you're sleepy. Well, if you feel sleepy, you can sleep a little bit. It's nice if you can. I mean, but most of the time they honestly can't. なんでちょっと待って何ちょっと待って。Oh, you didn't give me an example. You just said that sometimes it's hard to translate stuff, right? Oh yes, Spanish is quite similar. I will give you an example. Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for. I want to see an example. 言語 can take me to everywhere. ですよね。そうだよね。Namarat, I learn only English, no other languages. Yeah, that's okay. Everybody everybody learns something. English is a great language to learn. Which is very helpful. Let's see. どこでもドア。そうだよ。確かにね、なんか英語はどこでもドアみたい。First, an example of something that does translate, okay? See you again, STK 来てくれてありがとう。またね。よく休んでね。Armed to the teeth. Armed to the teeth, okay? It just sounds correct. That's what is happening. Panini. What sentence? してるもちろんすよ。どこでもドア。すごく欲しい。なんか子供の頃、妹とすごく朝早いの時間起きたドラえもんはテレビの放送を見るのために。すごく懐かしいだよ。ゆかさん、See you again, thank you. はい、ゆかさん、ありがとう。Let's see. Is it sentence correct? That's what is. あ、ちょっと待って。translate illiterate to. あ、難しい。知ってるよ、検索。SDK またね。For example, so for example, O3. Hello, O3. And you just say, I'm thirsty. That's when you say, I have thirst. I see. In Japanese, I also have this situation. We also have this situation between English and Japanese as well. So if I translate Japanese literally to English, it would sound odd. It's exactly like you said, and I also have it in Japanese as well. On in Spanish, you say, I have thirst. Same with hungry. I have hungry. Yeah, I want to laugh. Yeah. So in Japanese, if I were to take Japanese and use English to speak like Japanese, okay, I can go to a girl. Let's say that there is a girl that I like in a bar. So if I don't know English and I speak like a Japanese person, but in English, I would go to her and say, can you teach me your number? I would go to a girl in a bar and I will say, like in Japanese, you say, can you teach me your number? Doesn't it sound weird? Oh. Hello, thank you for coming. I say that instead of speaking English, let's pretend for this example that I'm a Japanese person who doesn't know how to, like, can speak English, but translating literally, instead of using everyday English, using Japanese, like taking Japanese as it is, literally, and translating it to English. So let's say that there is a girl in a bar that I want to hit on. So I'm starting to talk with her and everything is going good. And then I get to the point of asking the number, right? So in Japanese, if I were to speak Japanese, I would say, "Can you teach me your number?" Isn't it weird? Because in English, you don't say, "Can you teach me your number?" You say, "Can you give me your number? Can I have your number?" But in Japanese, you say, "Can you teach me your number?" This is one example. Like number is something that, like just like a couple of letters, but you actually use the word teach as if like it's a lesson. Like, can you teach me your number? Like it takes like 20 or 30 minutes. It just takes 1 second. But if you translate English to Japanese normally, not literally, then in Japanese it would say, "Can you teach me your number?" But when I translate it to English, I would say in English, "Can I have your number?" Because if I translate it literally, it would sound very odd in English to say, "Can you teach me your number?" This is one example. I've heard another one, but actually the second example that I have, I'm not sure if it's true. I need to ask some of my Japanese friends to make sure. But I've heard. Oh, you're still here, by the way. Yeah. Okay. I've heard. Let's see. 食べに行くね。ご飯食べに行くね。So, okay. So she went to make some food. Eat some food. Okay, Lynn. So I'll give you another. Are you here, Lynn? Oh, you will never leave without saying goodbye, Daniel. Oh. You're like me. I'm also like that. When I leave stream, I also say goodbye. So, all I want to say. Yeah. A lot of some viewers are also like us, but I think a lot of people just hop in and out. Anyway, what do I want to say? Yeah. So I've heard from somebody that in Japanese, I need to make sure if it's true later. I will ask. I've heard that in Japanese, if you lost your phone, and let's say that you lost your phone, and like your family member are at the house, so you want to ask them if they have seen your phone. So in English, you say, "Have you seen my phone?" But I've heard that in Japanese, if you translate literally Japanese, you would say in Japanese, "Do you know my phone?" I think in Japanese you're supposed to say, "Do you know my phone?" instead of "Have you seen my phone?" And "Do you know my phone?" sounds like a phone is like a person, as is it your friend that you know him? But when you speak in Japanese, it just means have you seen my phone? When you say do you know my phone? It doesn't mean do you know it. I mean have you seen? But it sounds funny when you need to translate it. Blendin さん来てくれてありがとうございます。Joao Ronaldo, hello, thank you for coming. How are you? Yeah, so there are a lot of small example like that of things that you need to bridge the gap between the languages in order to sound native in the second language. And if you are a beginner at learning, beginners tend to try to translate stuff literally. Probably, yes. I think because Spanish and English, they are closer from history and grammatical point of view, I think. Not the same branch, exactly. Yeah, you're thinking the same way as me, yeah. Language branches. Yeah, Japanese is from their own language branch that doesn't have a relation with English. Mm. Rosa Moran, hello, hola. Yes, yes. Although I've heard that in, I don't know because I've never tried to learn Spanish, but do you have like gender specific words in Spanish, or is it like English? I mean, like verbs and stuff like that. Do they have? Yeah, they have a gender. Yeah. Oh, verbs are nouns. Mm. Yeah. And adjective. Yeah. I guess that if you have genders, probably foreigners who try to learn your language, they have some hard time. And articles. What do you mean by articles? Do you mean I, you, we, them, like that? He, she, like that? What is an article? La, el, las, las, los. Ah, la to el, las and los. La and kalla, la kalla, or is it lan kalla? Las caras. Oh. Mm. The languages are so interesting. Some languages are so different that I've heard that they even change the way that you think about normal everyday stuff. Like I've heard that there are some languages that don't have like directions. I've heard that there is a language that doesn't have such directions as saying up, down, right, and left. The language has a lot of words, but they didn't create a word for up, right, left, down. So they speak very differently. Tribal languages are very interesting. They don't have the right and left. They compare to the sun. Oh, so you also know what I'm talking about. Maybe we have watched the same video. I don't know if it's a video. I saw a video on YouTube explaining that. Yeah, of course I will scroll back. Let me see. Let's see. What do you say? Sweet sheep, welcome. Like in English, we just have one. Mm. Ah, yes, yes. I know what you mean. Yeah. The that is an English article. Oh, that what you mean by an article? Actually, in this case, how many articles do you have in Spanish? I think by far, because I only speak three languages. I think the language that I encountered the biggest amount of articles at the moment, at least. I will learn more languages in the future, but at the moment it's Japanese. In English, there are two articles, this and that, right? In Japanese, you have three articles. So I cannot even say it in English. So I have this, I have middle that, and I have very far away that. In Japanese, you say kore, sore, are. So you have different distances where in English you only have two of them. So they are connected. Sapir-Whorf hypothesis. Sapir-Whorf. I haven't heard about it. What is Sapir-Whorf? Have you heard? No, I haven't heard of it. But it sounds interesting. I really love linguists and like other like people who investigate like deeply about how language works. Yeah, some words are work differently. Accessorin. Hello, accessorin. Thank you for coming. How are you? Tribal languages are very interesting there. They compare to the sun. Yeah, yes. Can you? All right. I was the Spanish has the same, but I don't think those are called articles though. We have eso, esto, and aquil. So you also use three in Spanish as well. Mmm. So like the aquil is the farthest away, and esto is the middle. So wait, but I think that you told me that those are articles. So what are articles? Because when I asked you about articles, you gave me this and that. This and that you said are articles. So aren't they the same as saying no? The is an article. The. Ah, I see. No. So not article. So I don't know how they call the boat. I see. The ship. Yeah. Well, Japanese also that in Japanese you don't have the, but you have something similar to the. It's not exactly the, but it's an emphasis particle that is called ga. But actually, you can emphasize stuff in other stuff as in other ways as well. But ga is the closest you can go to the, I think. But it's not exactly the same. It's used very differently. We have an and a, right? An apple, a car, right? Those are also article. I guess you can count that as an article. I see. Hmm. Interesting. I'm using them all the time and I never knew that they are called articles. Or maybe I did learn and I forgot about it because it's been a while since I've been in English class. I'm just using English unconsciously. An article is an indication of a noun. I see. Only a noun? I see. The, and. Yes, only a noun. I see. Because I think that in Japanese you can indicate other parts of the sentence that are not the noun as well, but with a different particle. Yeah, I guess that the ga particle, I'm not sure. I don't want to say something that I might be wrong. I'm not sure about 100%. But yeah, it also gives information about the noun. Yeah, but the depends per language which info you can put in. Yeah, the structure of the language is also very different. Like, so in German, for example, there are so many. Wow, I haven't tried to learn German, but I've heard that it's one of the most difficult ones to learn. When it comes to grammar, I've heard that German is super complicated. Oh, you know German? You have der, dem, den. Karn Kapur. Hello, des, den. Wow, that sounds like a lot. I see. Yes, I studied some German in high school. Guten Tag. Also says. Guten Tag. Eto. Eto. What did I want to say? I forgot about it. Oh, I was thinking about the fact that it's very interesting that like I think that you that probably German and Spanish are closer to English, so maybe you don't have this, but Japanese and Korean as well. Although I didn't learn Korean, but I've heard from Koreans that know Japanese that the structure is very similar, the grammar structure. Those two languages I specifically know about Japanese. Dutch is closer to English than German. Oh, I see. So in Japanese, the sentence order is opposite. You can almost like Japanese is a very, very relaxed language, so you can move around words and you can form completely correct sentences. You don't have to be as strict as English is. You can even omit the majority of the words in Japanese and you still have a completely correct sentence, which English is very like hard language. You cannot remove stuff so lightly. Um, uh, but oh, I hope that you're listening. I see that you're still explaining stuff. Um, let's see. Usually people say that Dutch sounds like German. German, Dutch, and German, Dutch, and English are pretty strict. Spanish a little less, but still definitely has the rules. Ave, I'm listening. Yeah, hey, I was responding to what you were saying. Oh, I see. So, hey, Sophie, you look tired. Nah, I'm not tired. I'm not tired. I was just eating. So my stomach is a full. Yeah. What did I start to explain to you? What did you have? I was eating soup. Um, I was eating a very plain soup with some rice. Nice, nice way to enter. Kusai-san, okaeri. じゃあ what did I wanted to say to you? So, in Japanese, although the sentence is usually very like you can play with direction of words and get completely correct sentences or omit a lot of stuff. So it's very different from English, which in English you must have like s subject verb object. Yeah. Um, that's also something that get me angry when people say to when people teach when foreigners learn Japanese. A lot of books push the idea to foreigners that learn Japanese that Japanese is an SOV language, which I don't agree. I think they're trying to put Japanese into the shoes of English, into the rules of English, just to make life easier for people. Japanese is not an SOV language. No. Japanese is very, very what? No. Am I wrong? In my experience, no. You don't need SOV in order to be to make a sentence in Japanese. You can make a sentence omitting the majority of the sentence is correct. Oh, you are agreeing with me. Yes. Oslo, you won't believe how many Japanese books for foreigners that they introduce Japanese. In the introduction, they say Japanese is an SOV language. This is well, I would try not to swear, but like this really angers me. Anyway, um, there are a couple of stuff that people say about Japanese grammar when they teach new people that are wrong. That when I found that it's wrong, it made me angry that they push this wrong facts into people's mind instead of being more accurate. They try to make the book similar to English in order to make people's life easier, but don't try to force Japanese rules into English rules. Those are different. It's okay. You don't have to compare and contrast stuff. Avi, when you're learning a new age, it's better to mess the grammar at the beginning. Yes, I agree about that. All right. So what did I want to say? Yeah. So, oh yeah. So usually, even though you can play around with a sentence, usually a Japanese sentence works in a way that you start with the details and then you go to the main topic. It's a exact. It's like the opposite of English. In English, you start with the main idea and then you add details at the end of the sentence. But in Japanese, you start by adding the details and then you explain what the details are connected to the main idea. The main idea comes at the end of the sentence. You need to read the whole sentence in order to get to the main topic, the main idea usually. Which is exactly opposite of English, which is very funny. I found it very funny, the difference. But maybe Korean is also the same. I I need a Korean to tell me if it's true. I don't know. But yeah, it's funny, isn't it? So let me try maybe to give you an example to make it more easy to understand. Let's see. If you're listening, maybe you went to take something, or I don't know. Let me see. So in English you would say this apple is tasty. I hope my example is not stupid. Let me try to think. This, because I'm thinking in Japanese, but translating it to English is confusing. Let's see. So このリンゴは美味しい。Yeah, in this case it doesn't work. Let me see if something that works. 6時で配信します。Hi, okay, in this case it works, okay. So like for example, if I want to say about stream, in English I would say my stream is at 6 o'clock, okay? But in Japanese I would say in 6 o'clock I have a stream. So the details, the time gets precedence over what the time is related to. What are we talking about? You need to first hear the whole details before you understand what we're talking about. Thank you. Oh, yeah. So I think that when you have languages that have such big difference between the way you construct sentences, to some degree, I think it also influences the way that people think about stuff. I'll give you another example. Like, for example, Hebrew and Arabic. I don't know about other languages, but I know Hebrew and Arabic both are right to left languages. You write from the right to the left. So when if you were born that your mother language is either Hebrew or Arabic, your brain, when you ask somebody please put object from the beginning to the end. Start putting object from the beginning to the end. If you are a Hebrew or Arabic speaker, you will start the beginning in the right side. You will put object right to left. But if you are from a left to right speaking languages, if somebody asks you put the object from the beginning to the end, you would start from the left to the right. I wonder about Japanese. 日本語はちょっとわからない。日本語は、右、左、上、下書くでしょ。でも、左、右、こうやで書く。だから、もし、なんか日本人は、始めてから終わるまで、ものを、立ってくださいとか、なんか、脳がどこ始めるは、右、左 Like, what do you think, like, the natural, like, first, like, instinct of a Japanese person is when it comes to placing something from right or left? Because Japanese, you write both right and left. If you write top down, you start from the right. But if you write left right, like horizontally, if you vertically, it's right left. If it's horizontally, it's left right. So both of them means start in Japanese. Right is start and left is start. So what is the natural instinct of a Japanese person when it comes to placing object? I'm curious. Dano, it was very interesting to hear you talk about this. Yeah, I learn something every day. Right? Thank you. I really appreciate it. I do have to go now. All right. Thank you for coming. It was a very interesting. I hope you have a great day. Thank you. You too. Have a lovely day. Next time. See you next time. Arigato. Thank you. うん。どうも押すと、右、左、どちら選ぶもし始めるはどこ日本語では。Basically, Japanese does write vertically. Yes. So, Japanese people, you think, are more likely to think about the beginning in the right rather than the left if you ask them to put object from start to finish? Or does it really depends on the Japanese person if they prefer to write from vertically or if they enjoy writing horizontally? From left to right, I think. Oh, I see. So I guess that because the majority of writing in everyday Japanese, mostly, although you still use a lot of vertical, I think that the majority of stuff is tends to be from horizontal, like left to right, so it gets precedence. Interesting. Personally, by the way, when I read books, I enjoy more reading up down in Japanese. I don't know why, but I enjoy. It feels more fun to read up down Japanese books. But sometimes I don't have a choice. It depends on the author if he decide to make a left to right book or up down book. Yes, me too. Yay! I noticed that usually novels in Japanese tend to be written from up down. um, let's see. All right. AV say if you want to tell someone something. Sally say thank you so much for the like. I really appreciate it. If you want to tell someone something is easy to do, I will say it's a piece of cake. But in my language, you should say it's a salad. Oh my God, that's cute. So I guess you're in your language. It's easier to be healthy because instead of a cake, you take a salad for it. That's so funny. I really like it. Yes, meow. Salisu, hello. Thank you for liking my stream. Hello. I'm from Nigeria. Hey, thank you for coming from Nigeria. Gonna play a game soon. Let's see if we have enough people who wanna play. We can start. I think Yuka will probably return after she finish eating. Maybe we should wait. I'm not sure. Depends on you guys. Yep. Apple Pen. Sarisu, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. We're gonna play a game later, so I'm waiting for a little more player to join us, and then we're gonna play a game. So we can play if you want to. It's a game, but we learn a lot of English using the game. Uh, those kind of thing is interesting. Also, before you came, I was talking with Lynn about the fact that one love, one love, one love, da 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 da, be alright. Whose song is that? I don't remember. Is it Bob Marley? Sorry if I'm wrong. I'm not sure. You can tell me. Anyway, where what was I saying? Oh, yeah, I was talking with Lean earlier, and we were talking about the fact that it's very interesting how yeah, it's an English song. Bob Marley. Yay! I got it right. Good brain, good brain. Good job. My memory is good, I guess. I want to participate, but the electricity went off here and I don't have enough battery. Aw, that's alright. If you will have battery later, you can hop in. I think we will play for like a while, so you might made it back later. But anyway, we play every day, so don't worry. Even if you miss today, you can come again tomorrow. Um, where was I? Yeah, so I was talking with Lynn. Thank you so much for the hearts. I was talking with Lynn about the fact that some languages do not have a lot of words that are very normal in other languages. And if the language is your native tongue and you don't know about the other language, it's basically I've heard it's like influence the way that that you view the world. So like language takes part at the way that you experience the world. Like for example, I've heard that I don't know which language, but I've heard that there is a language, maybe of a tribal people or something, that they have a lot of words, but they don't have a word for up, down, left, and right. Almost every language I've ever heard they have words for up, right, left, up, left, right, and down. But this language doesn't. So if you were to go to this kind of person and tell him, please go right or go left, he would look at you like, what do you talk about? What is right? What is left? What is that thing that you're talking about? So those people usually don't tell you left or right. So if you want to talk with them, you need to use a direction of the sun or something. Like you say, go north or go west, go east. Like simple action, like right and left, are explained using direction of like sun and like north and west and east, and it's very funny thinking about it. That language, that speaking different language also changes the way that you experience the world. Hmm. Yeah. Also, I don't know Russian. Do we have anybody who is Russian here? No. I think we say left or right in yes, in Japanese we have left. なんか日本語じゃない他の言語については話す。俺知らないの言語は、YouTube で、言語の、リングイスト、なんか言語の、なんかプロの人聞いてた。言語は別々だから、もし母国語は、すごく珍しいの言語だったら、例えばなんか、ちょっと、トライバル、なんか犬というこの、なんか、町住まないの人、なんか、よくなんか、the people like who lives in the forest, or stuff like that. なんかこのところは人は右、左、上、下の言葉あんまりない。この言語では。イン、インディ、イニ、イメ、イヌイット。何の言語わからない、思い出せない、イヌイット。思い出せない言語、何の言語だったけど、この言語を聞いてた、上、下、右、左がない。だから、この人、もし、他の言語話してた、上、なんか、右、左、歩いて行ったら、この人は、どういうこと右、左の意味は何っていう。だから、この人は、このすごく、面白い、すごく普通のことは、例えば、ここはちょっと右、動いてとか、右走ってくださいとか、この人の言語では、北、like north, west, east、そのことはよく使う。右と左の比べてとかの、instead, like, yeah. それはちょっと面白いと思った。My coin is low. It's okay. Don't worry. When you spend time in streams, you will start to gain coins little by little. Mr. Yusufo, what's up? What's down? No, I'm just joking. What's up? Everything is good. How about you? How is your day going? Same. Cool. Cool. I think I want to play a little bit of a game. What time is it? I'm not from the US, but I'm teaching American English. I would like to keep where I'm from private. I hope you can understand. I would be happy to help you in English, and I can also talk about Japanese if you would like. We're having games in languages and stuff like that. My level of English is, but no. Um, they don't have words equivalent to right and left. Intriguing. So, you mean like omoshiroi? Mm, right. One love, one love. Oh, Hannah! Just in time. I wanted to start a game. I wanted to start the game of idioms. So if you have a little bit of time, I don't know if you have, but yeah, I'm just on time. Yay! Um, by the way, this time I'm doing something new. Um, I am recording to YouTube the live stream, so once it finish, it will be available for offline watching. I've never tried this before, so I'm gonna see how it works. Hopefully, it will be good. So I think it will be very awesome that you can go back and you can watch stuff, or like some people who wanted to watch and didn't have time, they can go and see like yesterday's stream and stuff like that. Because like High Native still didn't add a feature to watch old streams, so I think it's extremely useful to have this tool. Yeah. Um, where was I? All right. So, let's begin the game. So before I begin the game, my um, I need my fix of coffee. So I'm gonna make quick coffee and then we start the game. All right. I'll be back in a sec. Let me see. Just a second.